Hi guys, it's Jess, Mystic Lady Tarot 777, and I'm back for a video especially for all my wonderful Geminis out there. And we're going to find out what blessings Spirit has for you in the coming new year. That's 2022. Although this is a timeless reading, so I would just say a couple of weeks in the future from when you're watching this. But specifically for Gemini, or Gemini moon or rising, or Mars, because that's how we go about things. I normally say Venus for a love reading, but check your Mars sign. Anyway, I'm going to shuffle up. But before I do, please like and subscribe, because it takes 1 second to you and it means so much to me. It helps me spread free tarot around. You can also join me on Instagram, which is Mystic Lady Tarot 777, all one word. And my details are all down below. I am shuffling up from behind the camera because if I do it arms outstretched like this, I knock the stand and the phone falls on the floor. It's just not worth it. So I'm shuffling up. Spirit, what do we have for Gemini? We have a jumper is what we have. That's interesting. You know, this came out in my reading for the collective on Instagram earlier. So there are some definite King of Cups collective energies surfacing at the moment. What do we have for Gemini in the New Year, Spirit? Knight of Cups. Lots of water energy. A Knight of Cups and then an end of nightmares and nightmarish scenarios, perhaps. And I want to take one from the bottom. And the Page of Cups. Okay, you've got the Page, the Knight, and the King of Cups. Guys, this is a very, very strange reading, I will say off the bat. Let me just get some energy off it. I'm getting a little bit of to and fro, hot and cold energies. So I would say if that is what you're getting in life as such, like you think your manifestations or your desires and what you're working towards are getting somewhere, and then it's like suddenly they seem to be further away, and they're not, but if you say they are, then they will be, okay? Because you get what you assume, you get what you believe. So King of Cups and Knight of Cups. I mean, you're coming into the year straight away with some beautiful, loving energies. I do see that. Like, I see this guy as somebody who's holding all of the love, and it's not stupid love either. He's thought about it. So it's like, I've thought about this and I want to give someone my love. I've got all this love to give. I'm really feeling this crystal for your reading, this Aquamarine. And the fact that it's raw, I see this as like a giant wave, and I'm feeling waves energy. So we'll move that pyrite over there. But I'm feeling waves, and this is like a solid wave, definitely reflecting your reading. It's got peace and it's got love, but then it's got some completely different energies going on as well. So you have got water, you've got a lot of air, and you've got fire. So I couldn't possibly say what star signs this Knight of Cups or this King of Cups could be, but these are your blessings for the coming new year. So there's a lot of love coming in. All right, guys. Nothing to be afraid of when it comes to love. I would say be a bit vigilant. Knight of Cups can be someone who isn't altogether serious about the love that he's pursuing. However, he's incredibly fun to be with. I was calling him Mr. Right Now as opposed to Mr. Right. When I say Mr., apply it to your own situation. These are completely non-gender specific readings. He, she, or they. Mr. He, she, or they. Right now. Okay. Not Mr. Right. Maybe. You never know, though. You never know. Because he's got this King of Cups energy. And there's messages. Okay, so I'm seeing someone very much bringing in the cup of love for you. Thing about this guy is he's having a little sip himself first. But you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. personally. Look at the way the waterfall is flowing. I think you could be dealing with someone who's into stoicism and likes to accept things as they are and go with the flow of life rather than a conscious creator or a manifester. And you know what? If you're a manifester, those guys are easier to manifest because they just take it as it comes. And, you know, it's a very, very healthy way to be mental wise. So I think this is somebody who's had a lot of pain in the past and they've had to heal from that using certain techniques like stoicism, for example. Taking it as it comes, accepting things the way they are. This person likes to accept things the way they are and go with the flow and not get too involved in drama, stay away from the waterfall, but also dip their toe in the water. But it's almost like, yeah, there's very much Pisces energy on this guy. And this guy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't have to be, obviously. You know, as I said, I'm seeing the air here, I'm seeing fire here. All the signs are indicated, and all the signs are in everybody anyway, practically. Not all of them, but most of them, you know. We've all got so many different ones within us individually that I don't really play with zodiacs too much when I do my predictions. My predictions are energy checks, and I see tarot as a manifestation tool. So, obviously, if this reading is for you, then you'll know it is. Or if you want to claim the message, then go ahead and claim it by liking and subscribing. But I do see that somebody watching is getting this very, very emotional love coming towards them. And you know what? It could be a little overwhelming for you. Perhaps you haven't had that sort of confession of love for a very long time. But yeah, it's going to freak you out a little bit. Almost like you're not sure that you want this. It's going to kind of give you nightmares in a way. It's not going to feel like an actual nightmare. Which is weird because I adore the Knight of Cups. I adore him. And when he comes up, I see it as a beautiful chance for love. I like that sort of... He's got this cheeky energy and he comes round instead of texting. Do you know what I mean? That sort of person. This is someone it's too much for you. I think that there's someone introverted that is watching and they prefer to be texted and to take things slow and keep that at arm's length until they're ready to pull it in. And this person just wants to start it now, to start up the fire now. And yeah, it's scaring the it's scaring the crap out of you. Shoot. Sorry to hear that. Gemini, there are two sides to you. We all know that. You're the twins in one person. And that's why your reading is so split. I mean, you've got so much wonderful love coming in, but it's like you want to attack that and scare it away. You're literally beating it off with a stick. Beating it away with a stick, rather. Excuse me. So yeah, we've got this sneaky character, but he's about to fall into his own trap. And he's not going to get away with it. So something that's not going to be got away with coming up in the future. I mean, this is the card of stealing and sneakiness. And I don't always see it like that. But it appears that he's leaving a camp. And somebody over here, I don't know if you can see that. He's like leaving a camp. And someone over here seems to be sending smoke signals. Which I've actually never noticed that before. So intuitively reading this is a guy with a staff. So it's someone important. Chief of camp, possibly. Anyway, he's sneaking away because he doesn't want to be ruled over anymore. He doesn't want to communicate in smoke signals anymore. He's got a better way of speaking, and that is using swords. As in words, guys. He wants to use his words. However, they can trip him up if you know what I mean. He can trip up on his own words sometimes. And you know what? Plato said something about them all laughing at the man who speaks the truth. I know what it was. The man who speaks the truth will be hated. Something like that. I've got the quote wrong, but I just literally posted this on my Instagram yesterday. That quote, the real quote, said correctly. So it's really weird that this energy is hanging around in this card. Yeah, he's going to go off and be a truth seeker. This is your energy. In 2022, your blessings are that you've decided to be a truth seeker and a truth speaker, and you want your words and your thoughts to line up with each other so that you can say, my word is my bond. And that's all you want to do, is break free of this tribe who communicate in smoke signals and what have you. You've got words to deal with, and you want to be eloquent, and you want to speak clearly, and the tribe aren't going to like it. But I say, just flip your head around and don't look back, because I don't think you're doing anything wrong at all here. In fact, stepping out on your own path is treacherous, and it is lonely at the top, and it is dangerous. But you know what else I just noticed that I've never noticed before? By stepping into this trap, it's going to grab him by the ankles and pull him up, and then what have you got? You'll have the Hanged Man, which is fascinating to me. I've literally never noticed this before. I'm getting more intuitive messaging out of this card than I ever have before. So, I love this deck. After Tarot, it's called. If anyone wanted to buy this deck, it's this. It's by Guila Massaglia. I apologise for my pronunciation. Anyway, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. And you get so much more intuitive, deeper meanings from some of them. This is insanity, the amount of messages I'm getting from this. I'm also getting a message about being careful of danger. I'm big time being careful of danger. And I'm seeing just like, watch out for the red flags. Red fabrics everywhere here. Just watch out for the red flags. When you're setting out on your own path, you'll know what I mean when it happens to you. I don't know what you're going through, but it's got nothing to do with this love, this romance. This is a separate blessing. So you've got a blessing of love, you're coming in. But you are battling demons, and it could be that this person has a lot of female friends or something of the opposite sex or the same sex, you know, or what have you. You've got flirty friends, let's put it that way. A lot of friends that you could potentially flirt with in your mind. I'm going to say it's really up to you if you want to believe people behave like that towards you, or believe this person treats you like that, because they don't have to. You decide, guys. This is your reality. Rewrite them if necessary, or move on, but don't let anyone give you this such a terrible feeling, you know, that you're living in a nightmare. That's awful. So if it's too much, vocalize. You're going to be doing that here. You're going to be stepping into that power where you know how to use your words, guys. And it's really, really cool. Like, you're going to be full of energy. You're going to be full of like forward motion, and leave it all behind. Just leave it all behind. And I'm sorry, but your words and your actions aren't matching up. Don't shoot the messenger, guys. But you'll want to catch yourself when this happens, and you'll remember I said this. Look round. So your thoughts and your actions do actually line up. Because if you mean this, and you want to strive out on this new path of truth, and speaking your own truth, and perhaps writing, perhaps you want to do something in writing. Anyway, it's an action you want to take that will be for your betterment, which you know is going to be lonely at first, and not everyone's going to be on board at first, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. But you're going to have to leave this village, this camp, clique, community, whatever that is, home, family unit that doesn't approve of what you want to do, whatever it is, you want to leave. And all I want you to do is just remember, look out for the red flags of danger, because this is treacherous and dangerous, going out on your own. I want you to turn your head around and look forward and not look back. Okay? Remember I told you, and you don't have to listen to me. And this obviously isn't for every Gemini in the world, but if it resonates, guys, or if it doesn't resonate, it probably just hasn't happened yet. But for some of you, please bear that in mind. Rewatch the video if you want to re-listen to everything I just said, because it's gone now. Like, I've channeled that and I don't even know what came out. Sometimes I can recap, but that was like a lot on that one card. And I felt like it was really important. I feel like your thoughts and ideas are bigger than anything that they could ever achieve, that you could have ever achieved staying there. This is your thought, which is a large cloud, and these are their little small dreams, little small minds. You're getting away from small minds. This is your main card for this reading. I'm just certain it's all about this card. All right, Gemini. A very, very cool energy, but it's going to be a treacherous road for your betterment and nothing to be scared of. Okay? Then we've got this 10 of Wands, shown depicted that he has dropped all the sticks. So usually this card's showing a guy carrying the sticks, and it's like, I can take it two ways usually. You can take it the way that you're nearly there, don't drop the sticks, or depending on the energy and what I'm intuiting, the message is drop those sticks, you're doing too much. And in this case, he has already dropped them all over the floor. Do you know what that reminds me of? The game Pick Up Sticks. So I'm just getting that he's upset that he's dropped them, but he needed the rest. So what's to be upset about? You've still got one beautiful wand with life growing out of it and blue skies ahead. So what are you crying over spilt milk for? Know what I mean? So he's basically having a little cry over spilt milk here, but he needs the rest. Sometimes you just want to break down. I see that's the energy here. He just wants to break down. You know why? Because you've got away from all this old thinking, small-mindedness, and you may be quite lonely. It might seem like, oh my God, what have I done? You know, you might have burnt some bridges. You definitely slayed some dragons. And you may have rejected love. However, nothing that is for you can pass you by, all right? He's literally just having a little rest and a sit down. He might even have a little cry in a minute. I'm feeling his energies as like he's having a little weep. God, drop them all like a kid, you know? I've cut my knee or whatever. But in about 1 minute, he'll be all right. And he's going to have to make a decision. Do I pick them all back up again? Do I pick them all back up again? There's more watching out for red flags here. Keep watching out for those red flags. They're everywhere if you look for them. And they are your obstacles. They're your obstacles. And they're what's going to trip you up and make you drop the ball on this. So yeah. However, I haven't even finished talking about this card yet. What would happen if you stepped into that anyway? I think that by leaving this small-minded community or whatever it is that you're getting away from, so you want to communicate in a different way, get away from it. Just get out. Do whatever it takes. Walk away. Take what you can. Carry all the silver that you can as such, you know. I don't steal, but you know what I mean. Carry what you can of value into your new life. Spiritual value. Doesn't have to be material things. These are your thoughts and words. Carry them carefully and step into this. And what would happen is you become the Hangman, as I said, but then I didn't explain what that means. The Hangman is a period of great transformation, and it just means that you have to go through these transformational times sometimes. All the blood will rush to your head. If you step in that and it hooks you up and turns you around, all the blood's going to rush to your head. and illuminate you and illuminate you. And there's no harm in taking some time to figure out this new path and getting good at it. I think some of you are on a spiritual path. And yeah, maybe there's these people from the past, not from the past, but they are vibratorily not matched up to you anymore. That's what's going on. Maybe they think they are, but you've changed, right? They don't match up with you anymore. Page of Cups in final position. Okay, after all this, having a little rest. Now, okay, this is where you've got to decide what you need to take along in your future. So here he's chosen these 5 swords. But I tell you what, when he gets swept up by that rope, he might drop some of them, maybe even all. Now he's dropped all of these because can't carry them all. Which ones will you choose? These represent life force, fire energy, passions. Which passions are most important to you? Because you can't focus properly on 10 things. So pick a couple and take them forward. All right, guys. Yeah, I see this as getting back into the flow of who you really are. Obviously, I am an intuitive reader, and I know that's not the traditional meaning of Page of Cups. Some of you might be getting a message through, and I do see this guy as kind of a bit on the not normal side, as in like when you get a message, it's a weird message that you weren't expecting. It's like, what? That's a weird message to receive. Why are they telling me that? Kind of thing. But they're telling you that because they want to start a communication with you. And read between the lines, you know? All they want to do is start a nice conversation. So don't be stoic and mean about it. Start a nice conversation. Could be nice. I see that he's usually looking at the fish, looking at him, and this fish wants to get back into the sea. So it's leapt out and it's going to be back in its comfort zone, in its normal environment, in its natural habitat. And I would say its birthright is to be in the ocean. So that's you. That's you. Its birthright is to be in the ocean, guys. This is a really, really beautiful, amazing reading. Geminis, you've got a lot to look forward to in 2022. I'm going to pull you an Earth Oracle card. I need to put them the right way up. I've got a bit confused. Right, here we go. I'm going to get shuffling these. Right, we've got an Earth Oracle coming out, which is advice from Spirit. And we have a jumper actually leaping out. Oh, how cute. Okay, crystals, focus. That's really weird because I was going on about this. I don't always go on about crystals in my readings. But this was making me go on about it. So, yeah, definitely get yourself a piece of a blue crystal or purple and focus. What did I say about focus? Spirit really wants you to focus at the moment. You've got to pick what to focus on. You can't focus on 10 things at the same time. What are the true passions that lie among these sticks? Pick up a couple of them and focus, because you get good at and more of what you focus on, right? And use crystals when you do that as a sort of scrying material. What do I mean? Implement. I'm going to pull you a music oracles card as well, because I love these, and I've been doing those for this little series of New Year blessings. So, what does Spirit have for you? Okay, you've got Beethoven. Very interesting. So, classical music for you guys. Ludwig van Beethoven, famously deaf, incredible musician. I mean, if that isn't split energy, if I ever heard it, then I don't know what is. A deaf musician. That's amazing, right? Isn't that amazing? I feel like some of you watching may actually be musicians. But Gemini, you probably like that duality, that contradiction. I probably like that. I can see some of you nodding along. A wrong note is insignificant, But playing without passion is inexcusable. Yeah, baby. Hitting a wrong note is insignificant. Dropping all of these sticks is insignificant. No one cares that you threw them all over the floor. Picking up the ones that you are passionate about is the most important thing you can do. Playing without passion is inexcusable. There's actually nothing worse than bad art. You know, just crap, you know? It's like when you're passionate about something and you do something, it can't be bad because there's passion in it. Energy is everything, guys, and people can feel it, right? Listen, destiny is knocking at your door. Listen, says the deaf man. I love a contradiction like that. Listen, says the deaf man. Destiny is knocking at your door. Destiny really is knocking at your door. It's all up to you to decide whether to open the door. You've got a message of love here coming in. You've got some demons to battle. You can do that. You've got more messages coming in later. But I do see you, very importantly, needing to get away from a small-minded situation and to decide where your true passions lie and pick up those sticks and run with them. And you will feel like a fish back in water because you're doing your true soul's calling. And that's what it's all about, guys. All right, conduct a symphony in silence. Okay, don't tell anyone what you're manifesting when you're manifesting it. Just keep it to yourself. And that's the power of silence. That's your advice from Oracle. We're going to do some letters now, guys. What letters does Spirit have for Gemini? That felt like a bit of a small handful. We'll do a couple more. Watch out for users, people using you. But use your true power. So, you know what? Sometimes I get spirit messages, spirit guided messages from these. And sometimes they're just initials for somebody watching. Acted. Woof. Could be someone has a dog. Connected to the messages I've already said, I would say act as if. And that would be a case of act as if it's already happened. It's kind of old-fashioned advice, but that's how manifestation works. There is no getting away from it. Whether you like it or not, you're manifesting in every moment you're alive. I'm always saying this, so every breath you take is a choice to change your life. And this is about choice. Your reading's very much about choice. And the power, which I just saw, even though it's not spelled out, I just heard power is all yours. Power is a big theme here. You've got the power to act as if, and it will be yours. Guys, so I am getting some messages from these today. I am going to leave it there though, I think. But please take snapshots of the letters, because they could be initials of a specific person, of this person perhaps. They could be, oh, someone's cute. Look at that. Cute. Okay, I think this Page of Cups is cute. It's got a cute message for you. Anyway, I also see found, even though it's not fully spelled out. Like you've finally found your calling. Once you decide to drop all the sticks and pick up just the two that you want, watch out for red flags, remember? All right, guys, that is it for today. Screenshot the, what are they called? Wow, that took a lot out of me, that reading. I can't speak English anymore. The universal language is coming through me. I conjure it and turn it into English, and it's like... Right. Take a screenshot of the letters is what I was about to say. But please like and subscribe and join me on Instagram. Details in my description. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here today, Gemini. I really appreciate it. Please share. Love you. Bye.